Hello everybody and welcome to Obduction. That's right, for this video I shall be playing the entirety of Obduction in a single video. I've done this a few times before with other games like Quern and the first Myst game, and I'll eventually be doing the other Myst games and even Vermin as well in one video. But for this one I shall be playing Obduction. Now, just a little heads up, I will have to pause the recording in a moment to make sure that my recording software is working. So just bear with me here. Give me a second, please. Okay, I'm back. I didn't want to use the display capture the whole time, so I did open this game a few minutes ago just to test it out and make sure my software was working. So we're going to go ahead and begin a new game here. I also have to pause the game in about 15 minutes or so because I need to be somewhere. But other than that, I should be playing this entire game in one sitting. So let's start a new game here. Some kind of park. I'm gonna walk here.
We all lost everything. Everything but our stories. And they shouldn't be forgotten. I was 3. April of 1983. Cecil, it was 1870 for you. Pam and Vera, you tell it like it was yesterday, but it's been 62 years since you saw that blast of light. Light. That's where all of our new stories began. It streaked across the sky, mesmerizing, but unnerving. Even in daylight, Joseph, you said, was gloriously bright. But in the twilight, it was spellbinding. Whether it was in the deep woods like Cecil or right outside town like Jane and Jenny, we were drawn to see more. Vera, you said you recall smiling. Some of you were alone. I wasn't. My dear grandma, God bless her, rejoiced as if it was some forebearer of good fortune. Grandma lifted me from the carriage on the porch and walked into the yard so we could watch it unobstructed. None of us understood, but, well, we followed, and we all felt some kind of trepidation, yet attraction as we approached it and approached us. You all remember, there was no turning away. It advanced, almost like purposefully, spinning slowly until, well, it found us, each of us. We should tell these stories because it saved us, and there must be.
Wow. What an intro. Anyway, we appear to be some kind of canyon. part of the campground came with us, including this table with a lamp. You can interact with it, but not much else. Even some trees came with us, partially. Whoa. Look at this shape, guys. Does it look familiar? Right here? This is roughly the same shape as the feature in the Myst games. Pretty cool how they did that, huh? Yeah, I believe like this. Maybe not this exact shape, but that's what this is supposed to be. I'm not sure how they managed to do that, but that was a pretty cool Easter egg. And wow, look at that. Whoa. Am I seeing what you're seeing? I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? That is not normal. I mean, the cannon looks like it's from Earth, but everything else appears to be alien in nature. Uh-oh. Pardon me. Okay, I'm back. That was just my phone ringing. It was one of those scams, so I just declined it. In any case, it's, whoa. Hang on. That was interesting. Welcome to Hunrath.
Hello, bonjour, ciao, hola, hello, shora, ni hao. Welcome to Hunrath. My name is Joseph. I am the mayor here. You are most probably a bit confused and disoriented. But let me reassure you, everything will be fine. You're not the first to go through this experience. The others who have come before you will help you adjust. Follow the trail to the house with the white picket fence. Fali will meet you there and introduce you to your new life here.
Okay. Alright, well, let's see here. I see a house over there. Oh, spore cactus. I know all about these things. I live in Arizona, so. Oof. Ow. I do not recommend doing that in real life. Okay. Farley. Okay, this must be Farley's house. Farley's Community Center.
Hi, I'm Farley. I guess if you're seeing this, then I wasn't able. Just in case. Welcome. But it's probably not safe here. To be blunt, we're getting ready for a battle. I don't know what you'll find. I just thought I should just be cautious with who you trust. CW may be here. I don't know. Just be careful. I got to go. See you soon. And don't panic. As jarring as this experience is, you really will find Hunrath to be a decent place.
Okay, kind of conflicting messages there. 1436. Okay. Warning. Do not approach anything that even remotely resembles this diagram unless it has been disabled. Okay. Can't really see inside here. And this door has been boarded up. Locked. Of course it's locked. Okay. Well. Oh, it's the massive rock formations there. Oh. What is that? Something odd about these rocks. And more odd rocks. Interesting. I'm on these diagrams. Let's see what this says.
We have a healthy, thriving community here, as you can see. Our garden was planted years ago and has supplied plenty of food for many generations. The buildings around town serve multiple purposes, including housing, schooling, and storage. I'm sure you have run across a number of folks already.
Not really.
Many were brought here, like you, and some actually were born here. We all feel we are a part of the whole.
Okay, well, we'll go up there later. For now, interesting garden here. These plants look like they died a long time ago. Haven't watered recently. Whoa, what is that? Okay, well, that's not human technology. And another one of those flying creatures. And that appears to be alien as well. Okay. Oh, a door. Oh, a doorbell. Okay, well, that was CW, in case I didn't figure that out. Now, hang on. Let me go over here real quick. Just a heads up, I'm not going to be reading all the journals out loud, because that would take, this video would be already long enough without that, so I'll flip through the pages, and you can pause the video and read it on your own. But I'm not going to read them out loud for this video, just so you're aware. Okay. Look at this, waterfall powers that elevator there. Oh man, it's locked. Come over here and get a close look at this thing. Interesting. Okay. I'll go this way first. Let's see here. Okay. We got the waterfall going. Oh dang, I forgot to do this one before I did that. Oh well. Can't hear it too well with the waterfall going. Now let's see what's over here. Whoa. Oh man, I'm gonna go over there. Oh man. Well, I guess we got nothing else to do here but to go back down the elevator. Although, if the elevator isn't working now because the waterfall was turned off, that might be a problem. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, and you can't actually go back up with the elevator. We'll need to get up to it a different way. Now we could talk to him again, but it won't really help us much, so let's go over here. And hopefully we'll hear this over that racket of the waterfall. It is quite loud.
Part of our ecosystem here is our supply of water. It is supplied as a natural process of the system itself, and we don't really understand how. Although the entire system is very closely tied together. The fact that one of the most important necessities of life has been provided to us has led many to believe that this place has a purpose. Others attribute a complex natural process which we one day hope to understand. Either way, we are glad to have all the water we need.
Yeah. Look at that, more odd rocks. Interesting. Well, our next concern is over here with this doohickey. Doesn't really work too well. Ah. Interesting rock there. Not exactly earth material. Let's see here. Can we get in here somehow? Ah, there we go. These stairs lead to nowhere. And these stairs lead to nowhere. Interesting. I'll figure that out later. But for now, oh, is the gasoline pump? Looks like it. Oh, there's the gas station. Rodeo fuel. Okay. Interesting. What's over here? Ah. This might be important later. By the way, that was nobody's phone number. I just used random numbers there. Even I can't tell you what I just did. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, I better pause the recording real quick here. And I gotta be somewhere. But I will be back in just a little bit. So hang on a second. Okay, I'm back here. And just a bit of heads up, I had to begin a new game and play over from this to this point because somehow my previous game got deleted. I don't know why. It's usually an auto-save feature, but in any case, these license plates will be different once we get inside there. So just a heads up there. Alrighty, let's get this gas pumping. Alright. By the way, you don't actually have to move your mouse button, your mouse with the pump. It moves by itself. The cursor, I mean. Well, hang on. Turn it on. Close that. Hang on. That's weird. It's on. And let's go try that again. That's pretty strange. Maybe we should do that first and then pump the gas. Maybe that would actually work. There we go. Nice. I got the power going. I got a new computer mouse recently, and it's wireless now, which is pretty awesome. So odd we have a planet so close to us right here. This part of this town must be on Earth, but nothing else seems to be part of Earth. Okay, and we got that going. The garage door is still closed, so we'll find a way to get it opened, I guess. Okay. We could also turn this if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that yet. Wait, it's this way. Let's go see if he has anything else to say. Oh, bridge. Looks like this thing came with the door here. We need to close that sometime. Okay. Well, I got the power going. Let's see what he has to tell us now. Well, alright, well, now the power's on. Well, elevator shaft. Okay. And volume down a little bit. And then the power's on. We can open that door. It would not open for us if we had tried earlier. Interesting. Ooh, blue beam. We'll go there in just a little bit first. Oh man, we can't go past here. Dang it. Anyway, we got water going. And we know that says Hartnell Mining Co. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. I'm only going to show you the good ending to this game. Neither of the bad endings will be seen here. If you want to see the bad endings, go watch my original LP. Another one of these message devices here.
Alright, now move around just a bit.
This is awkward.
Why are you so nervous? This is just a test.
Okay, now what? Okay, that's enough.
Caroline, I swear you are a natural.
Where did you get these anyway? Are the mofos just giving you stuff now?
I'm being generous of late. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Interesting. Oops. Oh, and if you want to read that, go right ahead. Log down the list. Okay. Okay, please change photos lock. Address backwards should suffice. Okay, noted. Whoa. I think I'll leave that alone for now. Again, to make it go up again. Not that we really need to. Okay, here's a short journal or notebook. If you want me to go right ahead, I'll flip through the pages. Oops. Ambassador seed. Okay. Mayor's imagery requests. Looks like there's one more we haven't looked at yet. The tree. Now what you could do is use this device to shut this down here, as well as that little message thing over there. But I want to be doing that here. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot about this. This little thing here. Battery capacitor log. Okay. I'll leave that in for now. Okay, now first task here is to use this blue beam to shut this down. And there's a quick way we can do that. First we can turn that off to go forward. And up down is inverted. Awesome. Alrighty, well. I can go through the wall. also, these things change the direction of the tracks, which you can actually do from the inside of this cart. Now before I go anywhere, I'm going to exit the cart real quick here. And take a look at this building here. Whoa. This rock does not belong here. Backup reward item. Man, I really wish I could have been a backer to this game. That would have been pretty fun. Alrighty, ooh, look at that. Oh, way is blocked here. We do not need to go in there just yet. Instead, I'm going to actually change the tracks here ahead of time. So they'll go ready for us. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to the cart. Alright, let's go over here. Okay, I believe that up here. Yes, okay. I need to get out of the cart in a little bit. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Open that door. There's over here are some rocks, which, if you haven't already guessed by now, are fake. I'm going to get rid of them using that blue beam. Wink, my shadow vanished. Okay. Ah, yes, right there. See how they vanish? Cool. Okay, I'm actually going to move this a bit back over here. Because I had to use it in a little bit. And right here are some more fake rocks. Although, I'm not sure we can get rid of them from the single. Ah, yes. Awesome. Alrighty. Now I can go in here. And then there's another device there. Oh, wrong way. I forgot we're going backwards here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. supposed to go that way to begin with. Now there's a reason I'm going over here, and you'll see why in a little bit. There's a cemetery over there we'll check out in a little while. Whoa. That was bright. Okay. Now we'll be on the side of that gate over here, which we cannot open from this side. No, it's locked. Yeah, we can't do that from here. But we'll be on the other side in a little while. And also, I brought a cord over here. See these rocks down here? These are the fake rocks that we've been getting rid of. We'll be going to that cave quite a bit later on in the game. I want to get rid of them early on before we do much else. Also, see down here? These caves are quite important later on in the game. Well, we cannot get there right now, but we will much later. Anyway, let's go back. A shortcut here. And that one, there's the canyon we came from when we arrived. Okay, right in here. Okay, whoa. Can't get to that ramp. And this rock formation is interesting. We appear to be in some kind of junkyard. Okay, here's that gate we were just on the other side of. Cool. Now what I'm going to do real quick here is take this cart. We have to turn around over here using these tracks. Okay, right over here. Okay, the track just ends. There you go. Nice. Alrighty. Hang on. A bit further back here. Now I'm going to leave the card here for the time being. Oops. Yeah, your way is blocked. You can't actually open it. Alrighty, but we'll go down here. Whoa. Oh, that looks a little familiar. Cool. Ah. That should help us. Alright. Now everything should be working, including the garage door. Ah, there it is. Alrighty. Well, now I have the garage door open. Oh. Okay, this device is actually a number system. Hmm. 357. Interesting. That's 8. Huh. What is 1? Okay. Oops. 2. Interesting. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how the Villain numbers, how these numbers work. This paper. Oops. Keep right-clicking here. This is the Villain number system. I'm not sure how this works, but in this one, okay. Alrighty, well, we just have some paper in that CW's workshop area about how Farley's fault passcode was changed to her address backwards. And we saw that at her address a bit earlier. Her address was 1436. So, if we put her number in backwards, it should work. 6, 3, 4, 1. Awesome. Now the first thing I'm going to do here is unlock the door and open that. Alright, we have a lot to look at here. So, let's see here. This one. I'm not sure which of these come first, to be honest. But if you want to do that, go right ahead. Oops. I'm sorry. Go ahead and pause the video and read it if you want. Okay, this one actually comes first, so read this one first here. And then this one. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, scene information. Again, I'm not going to read this out loud, but if you want to read it, go ahead and pause the video and read it on your own. Okay. Here we go. Read it if you want to. Okay. Now this one. Alrighty, well, that's what that is. Okay. What's this here? 15? Hang on. Ah. Huh. That's not meant to be lining up. Oh, hang on. Wait a second. It almost works, but move over a little bit to the right. No. Hang on. Hang on a second. This is really finicky. Not sure how to angle that right. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Let's go to this slide over here. Into this picture. Ah. Okay, it appears to be Hunrath. I'm not sure what this circle indicates. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can make that work. Ah, there we go. That just about works, I think. Right there. Alright, we finally did it. Okay, go ahead and read this if you want to. I'll flip through the pages. Oh, not long at all. Okay. Now over here is a tape recorder. Part of it is what we heard at the very beginning. I'm not going to actually replay it here. If you want to know what it says, go watch my original LP. On this one, my brother is small and nice, sings constantly, as noisy as a rock concert. If only he would be quiet. Oh, cute. Anyway, let's go back to that, hang on. I'm going to go back this way. So I want to look over here real quick. Alrighty, well, where are we? Oh, over here. Now I need to put that bridge back, so I'm actually going to come back here and do that later. Okay. I want to put back at the junkyard area. We can actually do stuff here. But first, we're going to go to that lane device and put that number in. Okay, let's clear that. We'll put this in here. 406. Okay, noted. Now what I'm going to do actually here is go back to that gate we opened earlier. We don't actually need it open anymore. So what I'm going to do here is close it. Now eventually we're gonna open it up and turn it that way. That's not till later. And we can't even do it now, even if we wanted to. So let me show you real quick what's over here. So that back there is locked, so we can't get there right now. We'll be there a bit later. Okay, let's see here. I think what I'll do is I'll pause my recording here. I will meet you where we need to be, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back here behind Farley's house. This is where we need to be here. Alright. Now we could go there, but I won't do as much good, but what I'm going to do now is actually lower that down. Nice. Then we'll go through here in this cave. I'll check this out later. Look at that. Okay, well, we have the passcode take 3406. Awesome. Ooh. Yeah, we never actually saw this area, did we, from the outside? The elevator should be working. Oh, wait, hang on. No, it's not working yet. Okay. We'll be getting it working pretty soon. Hang on. Go back up. Open the door. There we go. Now right here is a notebook, so go right ahead and read it if you want. Okay. It says here, a clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. That's a interesting clue, but what it means is this one, this compass, because, go again. Our first mayor was Luther Roscoe. And that's what this actually says, is Roscoe. Oh, it's hard to tell. And there's a license plate here, also a clue. It's ooh! Is that what I think it says? Arizona! Yes! Nice. Well, I'm relieved to know that. It's Arizona again. It's always a random state, it's never the same one. And there's only, I believe, 11 options to begin with. So, that is really good to know. Now I had somewhere a list of all the possible license plate letters and numbers, but I have lost that paper. So we're going to look at all pictures that we have and figure out the Arizona one. Alrighty, I'm relieved it's Arizona. Okay. Oops. Wait. Oh, there it is. I thought it was missing for a second there. Alrighty. Photos. Arizona, AL9742. Now, this one here. The AL is 2 and 5. So it's 2 and 5. Then 259742. There we go. Okay. There's 2, 5, 9, 7, 4, 2. Awesome. Alright, that takes us here, but we need to go down more because there's a gate blocking our way. Not much privacy with that toilet being there. Okay, we'll be going to the top of the shaft a bit later on. But first, look at that. The tree. Actually, before we do this, I almost forgot. Well, I did forget to do this one.
This is the tree. It has been here in Hunrat for as long as anyone can remember. Its health is intimately tied to everything in our little greenhouse. Our cell we live in, our ecosystem. It has provided many surprises over the years, including some interesting seeds that you will learn more about. Many have postulated, yet we really know very little about its origins. But we do know it should be cherished and protected.
Right. I should have done that earlier. But no matter. Alright, let's go into the tree. The loading screen. Ooh. What's on here? Whoa. Are we in space? Huh. Weird. Huh. Yeah, we appear to be in space of some kind. We can't get in there. Well, we can't see the outside. The other pathways here. One is some kind of dimension we're in here. Interesting. Well, let's turn this water on. Alright, let's go upstairs real quick. Always takes forever to load. Come on, hurry up. Why does it do that? Ooh, look at that. These are already changing color. Cool. Well, right here is a device that CW was setting up when we were inside the tree. Pretty amazing how fast he was at that. Anyway, we're actually done with Henreth for now. So what we'll do here is let's go this way. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and look at this real quick. Oh, interesting. It looks like I could take this entire section somewhere. So let's go there real quick. And by the way, I will be editing out most of these loading screens, because they do take a while sometimes. But I'll leave it in here just for this one time. Oh. Okay, well, looks like this section of this world belongs here. Alrighty. Uh-oh. This door is closed. I guess we can't go there right now. Although, if we look up here, see this section of rock here? That looks different from this rock, doesn't it? And in fact, we've seen this kind of rock before on Hunrath. So, we'll have to figure out a way to get there to open that door. So we can't really do anything here at the moment. So let's go back to Hunrath. And I will be pausing the recording momentarily. So I will see you back in Hunrath. Alright, I'm back in Hunrath. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Let's see what's over here. Okay, it's an arch. And there's a giant device here. Okay, what we can do over here for now. There's one more area we have to go to though. And it's actually quicker, I think, if we go through the wall here. Let's see here. I think it's over here, maybe? Okay, we're on a cliff. I'm not sure if this is the right way, but it might be. Ah, yes, here we are. This is where it's supposed to be. I was about ready to edit this part out. Anyway, we'll check this out briefly, but in a little bit, I mean. Now that ramp is down. We can get up back up here when we need to. Although we may or may not use it. Anyway, let's see what this does. Oh, it's blue this time. Alright, well, let's use it. See you in a little bit. Alright, we have arrived in this place. And right here, we have what appears to be chains leading upward. And this section looks like it belongs here, so let's see if we can actually leave it here this time. Oh. Okay. Whoa, we're very high up, aren't we? You know, I'm not actually afraid of heights in real life, but I'm glad I'm not here regardless, because I would not want to fall that way. Ooh. Look at that. Cool. And over here? No? Well. Ah. Look at this, is blocking away. Whoops. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man. Okay. I just realized I forgot to do something back in Hunrath. That was kind of important, but not essential. Whoa. I am so glad we're not here in real life. I would not want to fall down there. And look at that, there's a red beam. Okay, we'll go down there in a little while, but first, what we have to do is find a way to get rid of that red beam. Ah, look at that. This looks a little familiar. Alrighty, well, let's go back to Hunrath and bring that card in here. So I will see you back at Hunrath. Alright. I guess Hunrath is orange. And the place we were just at is called Kaptar. And the greenish place with the jungle is called Murray. Okay, I was supposed to bring the card over here, but I forgot to do that. So I'm going to go and grab it, and I will meet you right back here. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm back here real quick for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and give you those rocks over there in that cave. Alright. we'll be exploring that cave a bit later. Well, for now, we're going to go over here. I'm not going to bother pausing the recording again. There's no point. Because we have arrived at our destination. And with all those big rocks gone, we can now get in here. We have to take this back to Cap Tower. Let's see here. Thankfully there's another button over here. Let's go. Okay. That took like 2 minutes to do. Alrighty. Let's move this back a little bit. Over here. Let's see. Nope. A little bit more back there. Okay, a bit further back. Okay, a bit too far back. Okay, hang on. There we go. Nice. Cool. Well, we did that part now. So, all we can do now is go back to Hunrath. And come back here a different way. So see you in a bit. Alright. Alright, we're gonna move this way. So we can actually get out of the cart. You know what, while I'm actually here, before I forget, I'm gonna go over here. You have some more rocks to get rid of. And it's a lot easier to get rid of these at this angle. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Now I'm going to go back over here this way and then get out of the cart. And I think we're actually done with the cart for now. I don't think we'll need it for anything else. So I'll be leaving it over here. Oh, that was weird. Alrighty. Now we could take this back over here, back to Cap Tower, but I actually want to go back to the way we actually first arrived at Cap Tower. I'm actually going to pause the recording again in about 20 minutes so I can have some lunch. Okay, might have been faster the other way, but since I'm here, hang on. Yeah, would have been faster the other way. Oh well. I still don't have everything memorized, so I'll meet you back at the junkyard. Well, not in the junkyard, but at the place where we first came to, went to Captor. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am back. Oh, look at that. This bit of Hunrath looks like it actually belongs here. Or are we taking it back to Captor? Okay. We're back at Captor with a bit of Hunrath here. Later on, we'll actually be coming back here through this area right here, which is actually an elevator. And that's how we'll be going back to Hunrath, through here. And look at that. Let's bring our bridge back over here. Coming back through the wall this way later on. Alright. Now I'm going to show you that piece of Captor that was originally in Hunrath. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's actually here. In this age. Now there's some kind of a glitch in this part where the minecart gets stuck here. Somehow. Okay, let's go over here. And look at that. This section of Captor was originally in Hunrath. And here's what's that morphing device. Cool. Anyway. By the way, as I record this, it is February 25th. And you should be seeing this in late March of 2026. So about a month from now is when you'll see this. I want to record at least one long form video for you to watch while you wait for Apollo Justice. Now it looks like we have something blocking our way here. Alright. Well, what do we do about that? Well, there's a staircase we never looked at earlier. Right over here. I'm not sure we actually saw it earlier, but we need to climb this staircase. And it's much higher than when we first arrived here. There's the tree. Oh, look at that thing. Appears to be broken. Ooh, power source. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. Okay, maybe this will work. By the way, it's about to get really loud, so I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Cool. Now will this work? Heavy machinery. I'm not going to get bonked with that in the head. Oh, look at that. Now this machine, it can get a bit finicky. I will do my best. There we go. Okay. Oh, good. It worked. I'm going to put it back here. Because later, we need to come back here and turn this section off. Okay, now over here. A lot of people don't actually know about this, but there's an elevator here. Although you can't see it too well, or at all for that matter. This elevator takes us back to the place where we first arrived. In this world. I'm not going to call it age because it's not in this game. But yes. We'll be coming back here a bit later. And right here, some kind of machine. $20 digits. Yikes. And there's a ladder here we can use to get up there quicker. But that's for later. Now that we've got the power on, we should be able to use it. That was weird. Okay. Up here. Let's see. Okay. Well, we'll come back here later through this thing. I didn't even know you could actually go up there through here. Okay. Okay, I always seem to get lost here for some reason. Yeah, that's still blocked. Okay. I think what we have to do here, actually, is go back to the area where we first arrived. I may think that does not belong here, but it actually does, somehow. Okay. Whoa. That was weird. Yeah, this has a few glitches still. Despite being nearly a decade old. Okay, now here, we actually go through the wall this direction. There we go. Okay. Now that we've arrived here, we can actually go back here down here and down these stairs. And that thing that was blocking our path should now be moved out of our way. Ah, yep, it's gone. Some kind of counterweight, I think. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that doorway. An unlocked door, of course. Now I need to show you something real quick here. Well, here's the tree. Around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. See out there? That wheel turning? We cannot get through that while the wheel is turning. We'll have to pass through it eventually. So that's the part where we turn off the power later on. Well, before we do that, we need to go over here this way. Down these conveniently placed planks here. Up them rather. Whoa. That is massive. Oh, look at that. That's an array. Interesting. A picture of that. You take pictures, by the way, by using the spacebar. And you cannot jump in this game, sadly. But now we unblock the wall. Okay. I mentioned this in my original LP, but I've actually gotten trapped up here before. It's very odd how that happened. You want to be careful when you go around here. Oh, that. Stay away. Oh, now this looks a little familiar. Alrighty, well, let's see where it takes us. Oh, Tunrath. Okay. Yep, this is indeed Hunrath. Oh, that music. Could it be? Oh. And that means we're in Farley's house. Behind the door, no less. How about that? Hiding passageways behind doors. That's so typical of Cyan. Okay, well, that alarm you just heard a minute ago was my alarm to tell me it's time for lunch. Ooh, a harp. Interesting. Well, we have a few things to look at here. Back a reward item. What is that? I can't tell what that it's supposed to be. Adventures in the Ages of Mist and Beyond. Ooh. Nice. Can I look at the back here? Cerberus by B.S. Wolf. Okay. Ooh, mist. Oh. Look at that. That's hilarious. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to right click that. You can read that if you want. Now over here is a pretty long journal, which I'm not reading out loud, but you can read yourself if you want. I'll just pause not pause, flip the pages, and you can pause the video if you want. Okay, we want to note here. She makes a note about CW's battery plan. Seems that she's a bit concerned about it. Okay, now I believe this is all we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and return to Captar using this device. As much as I would love to leave this here, I have to go back to Captar. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back in Captar. Okay. Oh. Interesting. What was that? That was weird. Did you see that beam of light come up here briefly? Okay. I believe I have to keep going up here. Okay. Hang on. I think we passed something earlier that we have to do first. I'm gonna go back down here. I may have overlooked it. Oh yes, there it is. Okay, we have to go here first before we do anything else. So I'm actually gonna pause my recording briefly, so I'm gonna have some lunch. I'll be back soon. So see you guys after my lunch. Okay, I am back. Let's see here. Oh yes, goes to movie. Well, let's go there. Alright, well, we're back here in movie. Maybe this may look familiar. It's that door right there. Yeah, we were down there a little bit a while ago. In this section of the movie, it looks like it actually belongs here. So what we're going to do here is open that door. Now if I was you in real life, I might just jump down there and go that way, but we can't. So unfortunately, we have no choice but to go back to Captar. I will see you all shortly. Alright, we'll go back here in Captar. I kind of wish we could see this area with the Captar section here, but sadly we'll never be able to do that. Anyway, now we've got that done. And by the way, if you've seen my original LP of this game, then you would know that we do a whole lot of swapping later on. Alrighty. Alright, let's go. the broken section right there. Here we are. I'm going to go ahead and just put this down here. And also put this one up. Now this thing has nothing to do with the actual game, but well, you'll see. So we're going to take this elevator down. Well, whoa. Okay, well. Oh man, it's locked. Well, this should look a little familiar. A few doorways we can't reach. Alright. I'll see you all in Hunrath. Okay, well, we're back in Hunrath in this giant thing here. And what we have to do here is spin this around here. I actually do not know how many times we have to spin it, so I want to see what we can do. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. Look at this one here. Looks like they used a motorcycle to power this up. Anyway, we've done it 4 times. So we'll be between the cap tower with this device here. I think it's right. Yeah, right here. Okay. We'll see you all back in the cap tower. Oh, back in cap tower. Now that we're here, we can go up here and open that door. Okay. You know, while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and do something real quick. There we are. Oops. Get on there. We need to turn the power off in a particular location. Well, here. So I will meet you all at the top of the stairs. Okay, I'm back over here. What we need to do here is disconnect this one. We leave the rest of the power on. But for now, we need to leave that one off because we have to go through that wheel I pointed out earlier. So I will see you all at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, I'm back down here. Now that particular wheel is off, we can now get to the tree, which we'll be doing shortly. Okay, let's see if we can find my way back to where we were, which I think is up this way. Yeah. Okay, we have to go back to Hunrath, and turn that device a couple more times, so I'll see you all back in Hunrath. Alrighty. Well, I'm back in Hunrath. Now we have to rotate this a couple more times. Hang on. Okay. I think... yeah, that's correct. Alrighty. Back to the capital we go. I will see you there. Alrighty, we're back in Hunrath. And now... ooh. There's some kind of tunnel here. Whoa. That's a lot of a ride. Okay, now in here. Out the door there. Now you can just get a view of this room again. Okay. let's see here. Whoa. That looks bad. Huh. Looks like a broken machine here. Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to read that out loud. Go ahead and read it if you want to. Just pause the video. Now this is a randomly generated number. If you play the game, it'll be different for you. I'm going to write this down on paper. 2 5 5 6 9 7 0 3 5 4 7 7 8 6 0 3 7 6 3 8. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of that. Alrighty. Right here. Oh, okay, that was kind of weird. See this wheel right here? If that was still spinning, we would not be able to get through it at all. Now that we can get through it, we can get to the tree, which is a very oddly shaped entrance here. Like a teardrop or something. Alright. We've done it. Look at that. Look at that. The passage is now clear. We can get back to Hunrath. And this place is very different than Hunrath. I mean, look at the contrast there. Pretty cool, huh? Over here leads to probably Marais. We can't get there quite yet. We have to water the garden, I mean the tree there, in Marais. And this one over here leads what I presume is the morphing world. You can kind of see the sky out there. Okay, well, let's go back upstairs. There's a couple of things we have to do first. Okay. Whoa. Not that way. What I'm going to do here is actually swap this back with Hunrath and make the Captor section come back here where it belongs. You don't have to do that really, but I'm going to anyway. So, see you all in Hunrath. Alright, we're back in Hunrath. Now, what we're going to do here is actually go back to Captor through the tree. So to tree, that section of Captor that actually belongs in Captor. So let's go down that way. Okay, it's not in Captor. I'm not sure which one is Captor. This one? Nope, that's Marie. There it is. Alright. Loading screen. I should have shown you the objects that what's his name had up here, but in Hunrath CW, he had more devices around the tree. Alright. Now let's go back to that section of Captor. Oh. Okay, it was kind of weird. Okay, not here. First, I want to show you over here. This is completely blocked. Oh, never mind. This is actually Captor as it's supposed to be. I thought it would be blocked for some reason. Anyway, we're going to take this elevator back up because it's faster. Until today, I have not actually played this game since last May of last year. So, let's see here. Okay, first we have 255. No. And a 2. 697. 035. 4778. 603. 7638. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, looks like we broke it. Look, binary numbers. Okay. Well, we were just about done here with Captar. Wait, hang on. Wrong way. So we will go down this way here and use that elevator that I pointed out earlier and take it back down to where we first arrived. Alright, we're here, and we're going to go back to Hanrath. So I'll meet you all there. Alright, we're back in this section of Hanrath. Is back where it belongs. And we are done with Captar. However, we still have one more place to go to. Well, technically two. I'm not sure where the quickest way to get there is, but we need to get there pretty fast. Okay, actually, you know what? I need to move this gate so that the walkway faces this way, because we will be needing it later. So let's see. How do I get there? So we need to take the elevator down. But before I actually do that, I'm going to get up and show you what we have so far. See these lights lit up here? Well, we have two of the four already lit up, Hanrath and Captar. We still have Marais and Mofing. He's added more of these satellite dish things here. And here's that thing. But it's not ready yet, so we'll be coming back here later. So let's go back down. Alrighty. Oh wait, hang on. I nearly forgot. Um, okay, I'll meet you down by the river. Be right back. Okay, I'm back here. What I have to do here, pull that down. Okay, that's the wrong way. There we go. And if you try to do this earlier, it would not work. The game won't let you actually do it. We won't be able to use that bridge anymore, but we don't actually need it. So, I'll meet you at the place where we go to Marais. So, see you soon. Okay, I am back. Right here. So, let's go to Marais. I will see you in a little bit. Alright. Ooh, look at that. Now this is the place where we'll be doing a lot of swapping later on. And I mean a lot. Look at that. We open the door. Now we can get through.
Don't panic.
What?
This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross the first bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in area. You'll get more information after you sign in.
Okay.
Don't panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross.
Oh, well, we can't really get to the bridge now, can we? Alright, well, I want to find a different way to get there. And for whatever reason, we cannot go that way. So, look at that. A slot machine. And a gorge. Okay. That takes us back to Hunrath. So let's go. See you there. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Looks like the arch is gone. But that means it's back in Marais. You know, it's almost a shame to take this back to Marais. This little section of Hunrath. But it cannot be helped. So I'll meet you back there. Okay. Go through here. The wrong way again. Aha! The section of Hunrath with the arch is now here for us to cross. Okay, we have a few options here. I think I'll go this way first. Uh-oh. Our path is blocked. We can't go that way right now. Alright, back to the intersection. Here we go. And look at that, the red laser. Oh, it's inverted. Okay. Oh, come on. Go back to the right. There it goes.
This be unexpected.
What?
Good. But happy. Good. Very good time to come here now.
That's weird.
I am not know who you are, but I could use help. Watch. I am trapped. Not can move. These beasts, called villains, they are much danger. Just look around. They live below water. And they are storing us for food. You will see as you go. Come. I cannot be here. Find a way to me. And I can figure this out.
Something's odd about that guy. He looks very suspicious. Anyway, that's what we need to do here. You can keep listening to him, he has more to say, but we don't need to do that right now. Okay, where's that junction? Okay, here's the arch. I think we go this way now. I'm not 100% positive. I think this might lead to a wall. Yep, there's the wall. And that is as small as the cap tower that was not taken by that large section that we were in. Okay. Ooh, more cap tower. More pathways too. You can even see the smoke there. or not really smoke, but clouds. Ah. Ooh, we were here earlier. Okay. I don't know how you were supposed to figure out how to make these bridges, but what you do here is do this. What you could do also is a more fun zigzaggy way. Alright, well, let's see here. Where did that take us? Unwrapped. Okay, and this one also unwrapped, but it takes the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to take the whole thing back. See you in Captor. I mean, Unwrapped. Okay, well, we appear to be in the junkyard. So we're actually going to go back to Marais using the smaller swap machine. So seawall there. Alright, we're back in Marais. Now we can get through here. Alright. Hang on. Be right back. Okay, it's this section of the game that I always have to use a guide for because I never remember which one to use first, but this one here is what we have to do first. Also, I have no idea how this stays here in that position. But anyway, let's go back to Hunrath. See you in a little bit. Okay, well, we're in the caves of Hunrath. I pointed them out to you earlier. And one of them, I believe, is right here. I can't really see any entrance, but I'm not sure that's it. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. This is for someone named Oleg. It's talking about the gauntlet. Okay, well, you don't know how we would gain here other than through this section until there's platforms here. So what we're going to do here is take this slot machine back to Murray so we can use it there. So I will see you all in Murray. Alright. Now we can use this machine here. And that leads us to the remains of that morphine device. Okay. Next up, we use this here. Turn that around. Now we can use this machine to activate the bridge to that area. Let's see here. Okay, I think what we have to do is take this back to Hunrath and build a bridge there. So I will see you all in a little bit in Hunrath. Alright, now use this once more to build a bridge. Alrighty, what's on here? Oh, locked door. That's similar to the door we saw earlier. Over here is just a dead end. But we will be coming here shortly. First we have to open the gauntlet. Okay. I will see you all back in Marais. Let's see. I'm curious about this machine. Does this bring the whole area back? Yep, it does. We don't need to use that right now. Right now we have to use this and take it to Hunrath. See you all there. Okay. I kinda wish we could go down there. Oh yeah, I had to lock the door. Okay. Let's go back to Marie once again. And not for the last time. Alright, let me go way back over here. For yet another swap machine. So let's go. Okay. There we go. This time I'm going to take this one back. See you back in Marie. Cool. Okay. We have one more to do here. So let's go back to Hunrath. See you there. Alrighty, one more to go, I think, and we should be clear. Alright, see you all in Marie. Alright, our way is now clear. Oh, it's blocked. This is the maze. We have to find a way to this area here, and then this area over here, and open a couple of doors here, on this railing here. And then we need to go over here to this building. And this is going to take a while, so I'm actually going to be following a guide to do this because otherwise it would take me up to an hour to do just this section alone. Okay. Okay. Okay, what we have to do here, is go down. And then down again. Now each section has one of these swap machines. And we're going to be doing a lot of swapping here, so here we go. Back to Hunrath. Alrighty. Well, over here, this way. Bunch of wires and lights. And this door that we couldn't open before. We'll be going in and out of this door a lot soon. But first, before we do that, this area over here, a completely different section of Hunrath, hence the loading screen there. Oh, look at that. Into that door. Nice. We'll be going this way later, and we don't need to do that yet. Oh. There we go. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. Okay. I always forget which one goes clockwise and which one goes counterclockwise. But I will write that down here. Okay. Top is counterclockwise. Bottom is clockwise. I think that's what we do first. And apologies for the long wait there. I may have to just edit that part out. So if you saw a little cut there, that's why. Alright, back to Marais. Okay, I'm back here in Marais. I realized something as I was going back to Hunrath. I'm supposed to rotate the entire maze first. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Now I do the swapping. Alright, back to Hunrath we go. Alright. Okay, hang on. This guy is not very clear. I think what I'm going to do here is go back to Marais to the other direction. So we'll be doing that now. No, it doesn't matter which one we use, so I'll just use this one. See you back in Marais. Okay. Let's see here. It looks like that section is not facing the correct way. So I have to rotate it. So, see you all shortly in Hunrath. Alright. Alright. And now we're going back to Murray. So see you shortly. And we're back. Awesome. Okay, what I have to do now is swap this one for the other section, which is similar, but basically bend this way instead of this way. So, we should be going now back to Hunrath. This way. I will see you all in Hunrath in a little bit. Okay. Now this is a bit tricky. We leave that one the way it is. And go back to Murray. To one of these machines here. So see you all in Murray in a little bit. Okay. Back to the maze. And by the way, once we're done with the maze, we'll have very little swapping left to go in the game, which is definitely a good thing. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay. Looks like we're just about finished here. I think hang on. Okay, yes, we need to rotate this one twice. So let's go do that. By the way, those devices that Cecil has been setting up in Hunrath, the much larger scale version of these devices here. I'll show you. that. Alright, see you back in 100th. Okay, there we go. And then we have to rotate it twice. So it does not matter which direction we go in. Counterclockwise. Or anti-clockwise if you're Doctor Who. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go back to Marie. Okay. Let's go take a look. Awesome. Our path is set over there. Okay. Let's go do that. Oh. Okay. That's done. Now the only question is, how do I get it to point to the east side? I can't make it go from here to there. I think what I have to do is make this turn around here. Okay, so I turn this counterclockwise, and I think it'll work. Let's go do that. Alright, I'll see you back in Hunrath. Okay, we'll do this quickly. Top one once. Okay. We'll go back to Marie. Alrighty. Don't worry. What we have to do here. We'll go over there a little bit. But first, let's turn this that way. Alrighty. Oh, the wall. Another section of Captor. Okay. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. We're nearly done with Marie. Oh. Alright, well, all we do now is rotate this like that. And now we can make it to the left side. And thankfully we were done with the swapping part of the maze. One's over here. Ah, look at that. Awesome. You can get back over there if you want to. Alright. Section of Penrith here. And there's a pathway to go, eventually. Now I always get stuck at this part for some reason. There it is. What?
Sorry. Are you waiting for some purpose?
Not
I
really.
prefer you hurry.
Explosive. I don't think you are who you say you are.
This desperate situation up here. If you could, please. Hurry. I appreciate.
I don't think that's the real Joseph, or Yosef, as his name is said. Anyway, we can now head into this little pod thingy. Oh. Okay. Oh, you get confused as to which way you need to go. I think it's this way. Oh, yes. Oh. Okay. And you're supposed to give some kind of hint. You know, I just realized when we were in Hunrath, we never actually checked out those caves they opened. Hang on. There we go. Now the guy is supposed to give you a hint, but for some reason, he didn't give it to me. Maybe he will now that I've unlocked that door. Okay, it's kind of weird, but here, notebook. There's Farley. Part number 194. And Yosef is 222. Okay. Now we could explain those numbers. I'm just going to go ahead and put the right number in here. Okay. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. This one. I'm not sure what number that is. Let's see. Okay, this Farley. He's in some kind of pod here. And this one. So this one here should be for the real Yosef. Oh, it's a bunch of supplies. It's not Yosef. A bunch of books by the looks of it. Okay, I'm sorry. I made a little goof here. But there's some books there. Same row though. There he is. That's the real Joseph. Alrighty. Well. Let's reset this to 0. Alrighty, well, let's go through here. Oh, what's that? There we go, it goes back to the beginning, when we first arrived. But right now, we need to get somewhere else. Wait a minute. Once. Oh. Alright, thank you. Whoa. What's burning here? Look at that. There's a fake Joseph. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't want to get too close to that. What I have to do here is destroy it. There we go. And unfortunately also disabled the SWAT machine. No, what we could also do here is do the same thing to that fake Joseph. Oh yeah, that's a morphing, alright. Very dead. Alright, well, we're done here. So, let's go on this bridge here. Okay, let's see here. That was fast. And here we are once again in the tree. Then goes back to Hunrath. Cool. Before we go to Murray though, to the Mofang world. I know it's a bit late in the game to do this, and you don't really need to at this point. Hurry up. We still have to go back to Murray. Before we do that, take a look at this. More of those devices have been set up. Okay, a quick tour of the caves, then we'll come back here. Other one is probably closer, but we'll do this one over here first since we're on the way. Hang on. That's not right. Okay. And actually passed it. Silly me. Oh. Whoa. Airplane. Godina County Airport. Interesting. Bunch of recipes here. Oh, that looks cool. Cool. Keep playing. Open. Alright, let's go look at the other cave quickly and then we'll be on our way back to Murray. The other cave is this way. We're almost down here. I'm not sure how this cave works because it looks like it's so far back in there. You'd think it would go like maybe under the waterfall perhaps, and on the other side of this wall here. Okay, there's a blocked door. Whoa. Submarine. Okay, not really important. I can't really get inside here. Alright. Well, I don't think you can actually get up here. As far as I know, we can't. There's water in here too. I don't know what this sub was ever used for. But it looks like it came with Hunrath somehow. Kind of unfortunate we can't get up there. This little place there. Anyway, that's all we have to see here, so let's head on back to Murray. And we will go through the tree because it is faster. Trying to make our way back to the maze. Wait. Okay. I could have gone the other way, but let's go. Wait a minute. That's the door I opened. Uh-oh. Okay, things are not quite loading up here. Okay, let's go back to the tree. Back to Marais. And from there we go. We have to go to the maze again, but not the whole thing, just a small portion. And swap it back to Hunrath in the caves. I'm always forgetting which one is Marais. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's Marais. Whoa. I haven't got a good look out here. Very weird how this works. Makes you wonder how you can breathe when you're looks like you're in space. Okay, I've been recording for over 3 hours now. Yikes. Oh. Oh, you closed the door on us. Well, I suppose we can go back this way. Okay. I'm always forgetting which way to go from here to get to the maze. I think we go this way. Ah! Went the wrong way again. Oh boy, which way to go to get to the maze? I think it's this way. If I'm wrong, then... Alright, well... Oh yes, this is it, right here. We go all the way back here. Call the elevator. Whoa. Alrighty, since we're done in the maze, we just Actually, you know what? I want to take this back to Hunrath, because it looks like it belongs there anyway. So, let's see here. See you on Hunrath. Alright. Let's see here. No, not that way. Not that way. Only part of Marie that belongs, that does not belong here is that. Well, we had to go here anyway, so let's see here. Oh yeah, there we go. Only one more swap that we have to do. Alrighty. Back here. Oh, we don't have to. Move that down. Oh yes, remember when we got rid of the box here? And look at this. And this goes to Mofang. Alright, we're finally going there. So, see you there. And here we are in Mofang. And whoa. This place looks really bad. What happened here? I'm gonna walk around actually. Sheesh. And why does that sun look so bad? I wonder what happened here. Oh, there's nothing left here. Like, nothing. There's a tree there. It looks like it's in bad shape. We'll go to the tree in a little bit, but first... Whoa. That looks bad. That's supposed to be Phoenix? I mean, we were in Arizona after all, with all those saguaro cactus. There's like nothing left here. That's supposed to be Earth Sun? Yeesh. Even I wouldn't want to live there. Or maybe CW is wrong about going back to Earth. And you talked about it a few times. If he could see this right now, I don't think he would want to go back to Earth. There's nothing much to do here except turn the water on the tree. And almost nothing left of the tree. Somehow is still standing. Okay, so we're done with this place. By the way, I believe this is called, the real name of this place is called Soria, I think. Something like that. Morphing is just the name of the alien species. Alright. That's Murray. There's Hunrath. Also, look at that. Wow. On one of these 4 worlds are different universes, you know. That looks very cool. Okay. So we're done here. No point going back to Murray. Morphing. Or Murray for that matter. Okay, let's go talk to CW one more time. I wish I could tell him about the... Whoops, hang on. Well, what Phoenix looks like. Maybe he could be swayed away from this battery thing. And again, I'll only be showing you the good ending, not the bad one. You can come back and talk to him multiple times about your, what you've been doing, but there's no need to do that. It's not required. Let's do this. About that. Batteries, like, not a good idea. Okay. By the way, he gets kind of mad at you if you don't plug the battery in, and he does it himself. So I'm going to unplug it here. Now before, in the past, I've unplugged the battery just before going up in the tower, and somehow we went to the bed ending anyway. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually pause my recording real quick. I'm going to make a separate save file, and I'm going to make sure it's done right. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I made a separate save, It's an automatic save, so I had to make an extra copy of this game, just in case. But if we happen to see the bad ending, then I might just cut that out and make sure we're doing it correctly. And it's back to normal. And unplug the battery. We should be good. And it's got all the satellite, not satellite, but all these things here. Hang on. We don't go up that elevator just yet. I forgot to do one more thing while we were in CW's area. I should have done this while I was there, but anyway. Now that we got all the trees connected, alright, we can't use the elevator, but we don't need to. We can go over here. Here it is, the bleeder. Alright. Well, we're just about done here. Okay, before I go down to the tower, I'm going to double check this battery, because it's definitely possible we came over here and plugged it back in. Nope, it's not plugged in. Good. I'm just going to double check it. Now it's not required, but I'm going to turn this bridge back our way so that bridge can be accessed. We'll just put this down over there. There. Well, we're almost down here. Now we can go to the tower. And if you want to see the bad ending, just watch my original LP of it. Alright. Well, here goes. What? Sure you want to go there?
You don't spend much time here, and that ain't a bad thing. But there were some fine folk. Some real fine folk. I reckon you got the best seat in the house up there.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't go back down. Power's out.
Well, this is it. This can't. I checked. I checked everything. So help me. Did you do this? Carving chance. I got no idea where we're headed now. We're sending us to hell for all I know.
Not quite. Ooh. Look at that. What was that? What's
What in places? Wait. I'll be.
Marie?
She got it right.
Oh, thing?
She got it right.
And Captain. Nice.
CW. Cecil.
Caroline. Caroline.
So incredible.
Dear Lord. You made it. How many others?
We all made it. I'm heading your way. Stay where you are.
I ain't going nowhere.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks really cool. All right. Well, and that's it for Obduction. And I'm going to sit through the credits because it takes like over half an hour. But anyway, I think I'll do it for this one, everyone. If you enjoyed this the video, I know it's a pretty long one, please hit that like button. This will be the last video you'll see before my Apollo Justice trilogy begins on April 2nd. As soon as I get the editing together, you should see this video sometime between March 20th and March 30th on an even numbered day only. Whenever Uru was finished uploading. It's not quite done yet, but it will be done in mid-March. For me anyway, for you it should be done by the time you see this video. So until you see Apollo Justice, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and take care.